What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Flow. Flow is a crypto that I still think is massively underpriced. It's got a market cap of about $1 billion. But the partnerships that they've got are industry leaders in multiple different industries. The success that they should have is pretty significant, and it's in some of the strongest portfolios around. So I'm going to go through this along with, look, guys, CPI data comes out tomorrow, so I want to talk about what the market's probably going to be doing over the next couple of days as well. So if you're in the crypto space, you need to be paying attention to this video. Before I get into it though, if you're new to the channel, you don't know who I am and you don't know why you should listen to me, it's all fair. So these are the first 26 coins I spoke about on this channel, and the first 26 coins I actually owned when I made this channel. Had you put in $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and you were still holding them all, so you'd done everything possibly wrong as an investor, never sold them, just ignored them for 2 straight years, you would still be in profit for around 9.2k, doing absolutely everything wrong. But if you just sold these coins last year when the markets were rocketing up, like I did, you could have made from $100 into each coin, you could have made 123k. So 123 grand profit from a $2,600 investment total. That's massive. Now, obviously I sold all these are not the coins I own. If you want to see my current portfolio, go to copymycrypto.com. On that site, I share every coin I own, my entire portfolio. I let the members know anytime I buy a coin, I let the members know anytime I sell a coin. Copy My Crypto is literally where you sit next to the smart kid in class, you look over his shoulder, you copy his answers, you get the same results. I'm the smart kid in class, this is my spreadsheet. You can see the history of success. In 2020, no one, not a single YouTuber was talking about Phantom. I did an entire Udemy course dedicated to the fact that I knew it would 100x or more. It did a 677x. If you'd have put in 2 grand into Phantom when I did that Udemy course, you'd have been a millionaire. Now, I'll find another Phantom, and when I do, I'm going to go onto the site and tell the members. They're going to know about it. They're going to be able to get in on the next big coin for the next bull cycle. If you want to be able to do that, go read the site. The link's on screen, and check it out, guys, and I'll see you there. Right, Flow. So Flow, first of all, look at the portfolios it's in. Coinbase Ventures, Coin Fund, DCG, Ledger Prime, A16Z, which is Andreessen Horowitz, and Animoca Brands portfolio. Not small, all big boys. Now, Flow is fast, decentralized, developer-friendly blockchain. That's the whole premise, right? It's designed as the foundation for a new generation of games, apps, and digital assets. And Flow is the only layer 1 blockchain originally created by a team that has consistently delivered great consumer products like CryptoKitties, Dapper Wallet, NBA Top Shot. I will point out I thought CryptoKitties sucked, but I understand that people liked it. But it did crash the entire Ethereum network when that came up. So the Flow token's the native currency of the Flow network, and it's the the keystone for a new, inclusive, and borderless digital economy. So Flow fuels the entire ecosystem. Flow fuels the payments of fees, the participation in governance protocols, so voting, and it's designed as a payment method, as well as a long-term reserve asset for the entire Flow economy. Now, the team have designed this from the ground up, and their goal is mainstream adoption. They claim to be the only blockchain that builds usability improvements into the protocol layer. So top developers from some of the world's largest brands have already started building on Flow, and you do have to acknowledge they have a seriously good ecosystem in terms of like the world of Flow, right? Their ecosystem, it has huge brands. Warner Music, Ubisoft, NBA, UFC. Leading game developers like Animoca Brands, Sumo Digital, and Enway. leaders in crypto like Circle and Binance. All of these, as well as OpenSea, all of these have utilized Flow. So Flow have improved upon a ton of different existing solutions. They've got multi-role architecture now, which makes Flow's design one of a kind. It allows the network to scale to serve billions of users without sharding or reducing decentralization. And that's one thing that we see consistently, is when scalability is an issue, decentralization usually is what goes out the window to accommodate scalability. So they've managed to avoid that. Smart contracts are written in Cadence, which is an easy and safe programming language for crypto assets. And look, Dapper Labs was the original creator behind Flow. And obviously they created CryptoKitties, Dapper, and NBA Top Shot. Now, Dapper Labs partners include the NBA, NBPA, Warner Music Group, and UFC, as well as having huge notable investors like Andreessen Horowitz, Union Square Ventures, Venrock, Google Ventures, Samsung, and the founders of DreamWorks, Reddit, Coinbase, Zynga, and AngelList, among others. So huge backers, probably some of the biggest in all of crypto. Now, in terms of the token distribution model, the Genesis block was created in June 2020 with 1.25 billion flow. 20% is owned by Dapper Labs. You've got 18% for the development team. You've got large backers that have 11.1%, which is a massive amount. And you've got ecosystem development fund 32%. So that for me is a really positive thing. Look, 400 million flow have been set aside for ecosystem development to bootstrap the network and really push and grow. That is massive. 400 million at roughly 93 cents or whatever a piece. Basically, you're looking at $360 million in fund. Now, so far, they've stated that $725 million of Flow ecosystem fund has been hypercharged for innovation. And what this means is, as a result of if you apply for the Flow fund and you are successful in getting it, combine that with the fact that they've got a Dapper Studio ecosystem fund to really push on gaming development as well. This looks really positive. They have gone out of their way to really try and kickstart the hell out of Flow. And when you put into context that they have literally set aside some of the most money in all of crypto for development, things look really positive. You know, they've only really been up and running for a year, year and a half. It's not a ton amount of time. It's not a long time. And they've already managed to allocate hundreds of millions of dollars to grow. That is fundamentally fantastic, because all it means is long term, we're going to see developers flocking to Flow. They're continuously hiring as well, so they've got open positions. Now, you bear in mind, when we've had some of the biggest, like an enormous market crash over the past year, we've seen huge amounts of different companies doing layoffs. Flow continue to hire. Look at the amount of projects that they're starting to support. Their protocol is well received, it's well regarded, and it's being utilized. Game developers are flocking there, and I would not be surprised if we begin seeing this grow like mad over the course of the next few years. Flow is hugely undervalued when you really put it into context. You're talking about just shy of $1 billion. Overall circulating supply, they're saying it's 1 billion. Now, we always know that that's not overly accurate on CoinMarketCap, so we can double check. Let's have a look at blockchain metrics. See if there's any Total transactions. See 17.5 million accounts on Flow. That's good. You know, that's a huge amount as well. Put that into context for a second. Jesus. How many Flow accounts? You don't see many cryptos with that many accounts. Again, looks really strong. Now I'm saying it can hit 25 bucks, which would put it at a market cap right now of effectively 25 billion. But when you're partnered with some of the biggest people in the space, I might be underestimating this. This might be, you know, could this do a 50 bucks, 100 bucks? Maybe. They've got the biggest industry leaders in multiple different industries backing them, using them. Potential here is enormous, and that's what you're investing in, is potential. I think this can still do. I'm going to be conservative on 25 because they still have to continue to grow. They still have to really push on that development front. But everything screams really positive here. I'm very, very intrigued to see how big this Flow network gets, because they are prepared to go big. Far more than a lot of the crypto projects out in this space right now. So definitely one people should be paying attention to. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. These videos will make you money. You don't want to miss them. And also it helps the channel. Be a good person, help the channel. And guys, if you want to see the coins I own right now, you can go to copymycrypto.com. On that site, I share my portfolio. Anytime I buy or sell a coin, the members are informed. We have tutorials set up so that anyone that's new to crypto can learn and get into crypto. These are the same ones I send my friends and family. We have, you know, a record of success. You can see the results of you can see the spreadsheet, you can see the history of success on the site. I will find another Phantom. I was the only YouTuber in the space talking about Phantom in 2020. I'll find another one, and when I do, the members will find out about it first, and they'll be the only ones that find out about it. If you want to make these kind of gains, copy along, take the work out of it for yourself. As simple as that. Go read the site, guys. The link's on screen. Go there now, check it out. And last thing, Wall Street. So Wall Street are preparing for the CPI data coming out tomorrow. So we've seen a lot of moves in the markets as a result of CPI data. In fact, that's almost always brought the biggest swings over the past year. So what we're expecting right now, if CPI comes in north of expectations or even doesn't decline at all, that is not going to be market positive. Obviously, because you don't want CPI data higher. CPI data has been the catalyst for outswing markets, in outsized swings in the markets over the past year, with S&P moving around 3% in either direction over the past 6 CPI data releases, compared with an average daily move of about 1.2%. So that includes the September inflation release that sparked a 4.3% sell-off, and a November 10th report showing softer than expected inflation that fueled a 5.5% rise. So obviously, you know, we're going to be watching that data coming out very, very carefully. But if the data is softer than expected, we're going to see a rise. If the data is worse than expected, we're going to see a sell-off. And that will be not only in the stock markets, but that will be in crypto. Those huge percent swings will come regardless. And then obviously on the Wednesday, we've got the FOMC policy announcement. That has always been a huge trading event this past year. So expect real market volatility tomorrow and Wednesday. But today, we're probably looking at very little movement because no one wants to pull the trigger on too many big moves, on a hope of getting their predictions right, because predictions have been so off for CPI data this year. So it's going to be a very, very interesting day. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Take it easy.